What's going on, everybody? Triple Crown 24 back today with a double card show recap and then some mail. My mail, I'm actually recording this on Sunday, is going to finish coming in on Monday. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this video into two parts and splice it together. You'll see it on Monday afternoon. But I did get in one of the packages I'll show off. It's all card inventory, card show inventory, and then eBay store as well. I did get a few Cabreras over the weekend, but I'm going to save those for a Chasing 3000 video later this week, along with some care packages I got in. So if you send me a care package, I will be sure to have it in that video, as well as some of my recent Cabrera pickups. So excited to show you those later in the week. But this weekend was a huge success on both days. I did kind of a doubleheader where I went to Richmond, Kentucky. Don't usually go south, but I wanted to kind of try a new show. It's always nice to kind of test out a new market and see how I fare. And it went way beyond my expectations. I was just kind of hoping to buy some cards and actually ended up selling quite a bit. And then yesterday, Sunday at Newport, went back there for the first time since October, and I cleaned up there. So I'm going to get to all that here in a minute. Let me show you just quick little overview. So this was really the only pickups I had at the Richmond show. I have this box here, and then this box. This is a combination of 4 different dealers. So there's some that had 2020 Topps inserts that I grabbed, some that just had some random stuff, some holiday stuff, Bowman, Optic, Heritage. It just kind of depended on the dealer. So altogether, that was, I believe it was $36 for those 2 boxes that you saw there of all those cards, all of which will go into my dollar boxes and then in my eBay store under the PWE category. So I thought that was a great deal. And really, besides that, I spent a lot of time selling and just conversing with a lot of people. And the time seemed to fly by. I left probably a lot later than I intended, and it was a really great time. It's a show that I will definitely have to try to make it back to sometime, just because I had a lot of fun. So that was that. And then on Sunday, I kind of wanted to make up for the lack of buying, and I did so. And I was actually able to leave pretty early on Sunday because I got done everything I needed to, and I was able to sell a few cards that I had on consignment and then a few cards of my own. So really, I got out of the day what I needed to make it worth the trip, and then purchases I made were definitely worth it as well. And it was nice to catch up with some of the guys who are here locally who are also dealers and kind of talk with them and just hang out a little bit. It's a smaller show, so you get to kind of wander away from the table a little bit more. So that's always appreciated. So I got this box of 2019 Bowman Mega Box. These are the Mojo refractors, so they're exclusive to the Mega Box, and you can see got a pretty nice assortment of players. There's not really anything that's too crazy, like too many really desirable like first Bowman cards in here. There's quite a few first Bowmans, so maybe one of these guys who I'm kind of glossing over now, if you watch this video 5 years from now, you're going to be wondering why this card isn't slabbed up already, because it's because I didn't know they were going to break out. But I do have all of these Mega Box refractors, so I was pretty happy with that haul. Just good value overall, and there's some that definitely stand out in the dollar boxes, so that was awesome. Here's just a little random pickup I had towards the end. I think this was the final card I bought, but this was a Blue Refractor 2017 Topps Finest rookie card of Juan Moncada, who recently got locked up long-term with the White Sox. I think that he's going to have a fantastic year, and his stuff is still really affordable. He had a solid 2019. I think he will be even better with the additions the White Sox made to their lineup. They're getting Jimenez for what is essentially a full season, because I know he had some injury, and he has 1 season under his belt already. You have Luis Robert coming up as well, and then you have the free agents they brought in like Yasmani Grandal. So that lineup is going to be stacked. I think everybody's pretty much going to have protection top to bottom there. So I expect Moncada to have a big year. I think he could make the All-Star team. As you can see, I have this in the card saver. I'm going to end up grading this one, but for $2, I figured that there's not really much that could go wrong there. I know I said I would save my Cabrera pickups, but I just saw them in the stack over here and wanted to mention them. My friend Kyle, who is a fellow dealer, dropped these off for me. He just gave them to me, so really appreciate that, Kyle. So 4 Cabrera cards, including this really sweet copper refractor from 2008 Topps Chrome. And then this was this was one of my favorite buys of the whole weekend, just because I don't really get to buy too much vintage. The reason why is because the price doesn't really change all that much on it, and pretty much the people who deal in vintage know what it's worth, unless something happens with one of the guys where the stuff goes up, and maybe sometimes you can get a deal within a certain window. And this stack right here, I got all 17 of these slabs for $81, and a few of them have already been moved. And I gotta say, I was just really happy with the deal. So these first 2 are not vintage, but I think they're cool additions to the inventory nonetheless. Got a Mussina Fleer Ultra update and the Edgar Martinez 88 Fleer rookie, both in PSA 9s. I believe these are the 2 rookies for those guys respectively in the post-war Hall of Fame set. So that was nice to be able to add those, just because I know that those will be cards that a lot of people will seek after. Here's an 83 Topps George Brett. Shout out to Blue Jacket 66 on that one in a mint 9. A couple just miscellaneous Tigers here. These are the 2 non-Hall of Famers I got. First one is actually a GMA slab. It is the 77 cloth rookie sticker of Mark Fidrich. I love this card. I know not everybody is fond of it, just because I think it does get a lot of attention, but you gotta love the bird. And the cloth stickers are something I don't really think I've had one of these before. So this is one of those that, yes, it is an inventory card, but I wouldn't mind too much if I got to hold on to it for a while. So kind of the same thing with this one here, 54 Bowman of a very prominent Tiger slugger from the 50s. So just kind of cool to get a different sample of cards. Here you have a Ozzie Smith 86 Topps and an 8. That was $1, and I just kind of tossed that one in at the end. It was $80 originally, and then I added that one to make it a not so even 81, I should say, just because why not. Then I got the Sparky Anderson 85 Topps. Shout out to League of Their Own. And after that, it is all 75 Topps. So just a bunch of Hall of Famers. I picked out all the Hall of Famers that were available. So I got this Phil Niekro 7. I believe all of these are 7s actually. You got Jim Palmer. Quite a few of these 74 highlights. So I got Lou Brock, Bob Gibson, quite a few Cardinals in the mix. Here is a Nolan Ryan. A lot of the highlights cards are fantastic just because there's some pretty impressive feats. There's a little shout out to Dustin and Blake, as well as Near Mint Musings. The 75 Harmon Killebrew. Shout out to Canadian Cards on the Yaz, as well as Beantown 62. All the Red Sox fans and collectors out there. Willie Stargell. Shout out to Bob Lewis. And then a Al Kaline. Really like that card. And the Ted Simmons. So that was the haul of Hall of Famers and some Tigers. So for $81, didn't think I could go wrong. So that was the actual pickups from the shows. And then I'm going to move into what I was able to acquire in terms of inventory last week. So these ones came in on Saturday, and I was able to put them out in my showcase on Sunday. I've actually sold 2 of the cards already, which was definitely a nice to get that head start. But let me show you what I got. So this was on Blowout. I actually posted up a thread inquiring about some resale lots, and I agreed to a price on the lots, but it was my understanding that we had reduced the lot from 8 cards to 3 cards. So when I opened this up, I found all 8 of the cards. You can tell that I was probably pretty surprised to see all of those cards in there. So these were the ones that I wanted to get. I paid $35 for all of these. So I got a Rizal Iglesias blue refractor auto from Topps Finest. This one has actually found its new home already. By the time that you see this video, it will be on its way to the buyer who bought this, but it's a Kevin Newman who had a really underrated season, I would say, last year, his rookie year. Chrome Sapphire to 50. A lot of Chrome Sapphire in this lot. And then this was kind of the centerpiece of that deal that I really wanted. Superfractor of Yandy Diaz. Not the biggest name, but again, he's kind of in that same boat as Kevin Newman, who had a really good season, but he kind of got lost in the shuffle, kind of because of the team that he played on. So the Rays they don't seem to get enough love, I would say. So Yandy Diaz, super. And then these were the 5 that were also included, and I was pretty excited to see these. First one here, this one also sold. By the time that you have seen this, it will be shipped out. But Gregory Polanco, this one is 1 of 5 from Chrome Sapphire. One more Chrome Sapphire, this orange Anthony Descalfani. Kind of a random one, but he's a red, so that's definitely good in this market. Some more orange here, Luis Castillo, arguably the ace of the Reds rotation with Bauer and Sonny Gray, and they actually have a really solid rotation. Got a Eugenio Suarez, purple refractor, 299 of 299, so eBay 1 of 1 for those of you eBay 1 of wonders out there. And then a Shed Long, purple mojo from 2018 Bowman Hot Box, or Mega Box, I should say. So that was one lot that I got in. I was pretty happy about that. And then I have 2 more cards that I'm going to show off here. So hang tight 1 sec. I will pick it back up when I get those cards in my hands. All right, guys. So back on the Monday portion of the mail day, I did get in 2 more cards inventory-wise, as well as 1 new Cabrera, but keep the Cabrera for later in the week when I do the Chasing at 3,000 episode number 2. But this is the first slab. This is coming from Mike Baseball Collector, and you can see I got this little note to add to the YouTube PC binder. 62 Topps Joe Torre. Always nice to be able to add some vintage inventory because it's really hard to find it at prices that leave me enough meat on the bone, basically, to be able to do something with it. So this card right here, really nice card, and I think this is one that I will enjoy just having in the showcase in general. But there you go, with 62 Topps Joe Torre. And he also sent along with it the YouTube Hall of Fame patch, which is actually, I like the back, it's like laminated, or something like that, which is kind of different than a lot of these types of patches that I have. So this is pretty cool. This will also go into the YouTube PC binder. So then we have this last one here. I was able to win this one, and I would say it's pretty good timing to win this card right here. This is a Cody Bellinger Topps Chrome Refractor, and a lot of people have pointed out, not only on this platform, but many places, the Bellinger rookies have really exploded in the past week. Now, this is not the one that is really taking off. I would say that is more so the Chrome update in those parallels, but still the Topps Chrome, people become priced out of the Chrome update. I think this is the one that they're going to look to. So really nice shine here on the rookie refractor in the perfect fit sleeve. So happy to add that one in. Don't imagine I'll be holding on to that one too long. I think that's one that I'm going to try to move here pretty soon. But that is the last part of my mail day and the end of this video with the recap. So let me know what you think down below. Got in a lot of cards, had a fun time, and now it's time to get to work listing a lot of these because I was pretty tired on Sunday evening and I didn't get much done. But got a long work week ahead of me. I do got some yard work to do. We have a little bit of a mole problem where I'm at, and I was unsuccessful my first attempt to catch one today. Got to try it again, but that's a story for a different channel. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.